Hi, it's of course me, Marie, again, and I'm still on day 4, but I am getting ready to prepare my dinner. I'm trying to be quick because I just dropped my daughter straight at her Girl Scout meeting, so I have 1 hour to make it, eat it, and get back in the van, or the mini school bus, like I call it, to pick her up. So, but I wanted to share this meal so you can see what I'm doing because I am so excited. Um, just for the heck of it, I got on the scale today and I have lost 3 pounds, and I have lost half an inch of my belly. And that's what I am so excited about because I'm not really trying to lose weight. I'm not at my ideal weight, but I definitely need to tone up, define my muscles, and get rid of the belly. That's my main goal besides getting healthy. Because like I mentioned before, I do have hypoglycemia, which means that my blood sugar levels drop to the floor, and I have not been taking care of myself or eating right where I'm supposed to. Honestly, I didn't because I would have to eat so freaking much, and I just didn't have the appetite or the time or energy to put into eating the way I was supposed to. And now with the Visaos shakes, it's so easy for me to get that nutrition, and it actually makes me eat the right way with my, in between meal snacks and everything. So awesome. All right, so I'm gonna have some catfish. I'm gonna have a little rice tonight too because I made some for the kids. So I had some left over, and nothing wrong with that. So let me real quick grab my stuff out of the fridge, and I apologize for all my noises here. Close to what I had the other day, but it's because I love these veggies. And get my pans here. One for my catfish and one for my veggies. Let me lower this so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing here. Well, first, I gotta cut up some of these veggies. And I love onions, so I'll put onions in there, and even peppers, and carrots, and mushrooms. And mushrooms are awesome, and a lot of people don't like them, but I love them. They're great for you. And I love the sweetness of the onion after it cooks. I don't cook my vegetables a whole lot because I don't like them all soft, plus they lose nutrients that way. So I cook them just enough to where they're still sort of crunchy, even though I like them raw also. And I'm going to put a ton of spinach because I have a tendency of being anemic since I was a child. It's something that runs in my family. So boosting the iron intake there. Let me see, where's my knife? Okay, so which I had this mounted on something else, but I'm just going to show you how easy and quick this is. Not a hassle at all. And even though I'm even cooking a separate meal for me, that what I do for the kids, because, well, kids, and I have 6, and 2 of them are all grown. They're 21 and 20, and they don't live here with me. And one's actually in Boston, and I'm in Florida. And I can tell you how proud I am of my boys. And then, because in my early 30s, I started all over, I have a 10-year-old daughter, a boy that's going to be 6 at the end of this month, another daughter that's 4.5, more or less, and what else? Oh, and the baby, who just turned 2 Saturday. And that one is one that demands that I have energy, because Trust me, she's never still. She's always getting into everything and getting in trouble. And right now they're in their living room watching, I think, Angelina Ballerina, and maybe you can hear her banging on the double French doors because, of course, she wants to come see what mommy's doing. But because of safety reasons, I don't like having the kids in the kitchen when I am cooking because it's a galley kitchen, so there's not a whole lot of space here. And God forbid, since I'm so clumsy, you know, I drop my knife or something spills, or, you know, the kitchen top is not very high, so I wouldn't want them to touch it and get burned. And there's a quick thing too. Here's a little tip that has nothing to do with how I eat, but when I'm preparing my food, as you can see, everything that is going to go in the trash from what I'm doing, I put in a little container, so it keeps my work area pretty much clean. And now I got to figure out where to put this so I can start heating my oil here and get my onions going. And what I use is extra virgin olive oil, which is awesome for you. You know, it's the good kind of fat, so no problem with that. And I boil it, but it's about 1 tablespoon. I've been cooking for so long, I don't have to measure that. It's pretty much, you just want to, you know, get the bottom of your pan wet, just for the good fat of the olive oil and the yummy flavor of it. And you know, it's a non-stick pan, but still, you may be using some other kind of pan, so there, at least your stuff won't stick. So I cook the onions and the carrots first, and I'll let that heat up a little bit more before I throw anything else in there. I should have waited, but I'm being impatient right now. I wasn't thinking because I am talking to. So I am cutting. Wow, that really has a heavy accent, don't I? Cutting my mushrooms down a little bit. No specific shape. It's not about making it pretty, even though I do like how the veggies look together, because, you know, when you try to make presentation, it's cool to have colors on your plate. It makes it more appetizing. There's nothing wrong with that. And as you can tell, I do love cooking. Love it, love it. And now that I am back to cooking stuff that I love and that I know is good for me, it's even more enjoyable because I know the good results I'm getting for that. Now, I do love mushrooms, so I put a ton in there. Like I say, they are great for you. I am not a nutritionist, but I do know a lot about nutrition because my whole life I've been a health nut, so to speak, being that I was a ballerina and then I turned into a professional ballroom dancer. So I've always been very conscious about my health and what I eat, because pretty much my body has been my medium, you know, and my way of earning a living. And I don't know, when it's like being an athlete, okay? Dancing is like being an athlete. It takes as much energy and as much, you know, time, you know, practicing and getting good at it, and it takes a lot of stamina. And if you don't believe me, try to do a jitterbug for, you know, 3.5 minutes, and then you tell me if you don't need stamina for that. So I see my olive oil smells so good, and I need some, ooh, important, some garlic. I love garlic, and rather than use that stuff from the jar, which is okay, I mean, it's still fresh garlic, but to me it loses some of the flavor by, you know, sitting in the jar and then in your refrigerator. So I just, my personal preference is to use fresh garlic. Garlic is an awesome thing too, because it helps clean your blood. So every little help we can get, right? It's welcome. And you know, the flavor is awesome. The smell, I wish they had smell video, whatever, because oh my god, it makes it smell so good. You need a whole lot. I put 3 cloves because I just love it. And since it's gonna be cooked down, it's not gonna have, you know, a heavy garlic flavor. Garlic turns kind of sweet when you cook it. Another great thing to do with garlic, now that I'm talking about that, let me wash my hands for a minute here, is roasting it whole, the whole thing, in your oven. Slow roast till it becomes so soft that when you take it out, it's like a spread when you take it out of the, you know, don't call it shell, but whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. And that you can spread on whole wheat crackers or whole wheat bread that is toasted. And oh man, let me tell you, it's so good and it tastes sweet. It doesn't taste, you know, it's not the raw flavor you expect from raw garlic. So, in my opinion, that's awesome. Okay. Now that my garlic and my onions are becoming sort of translucent, I'm going to add my peppers. I got green peppers. You can use red peppers, yellow peppers, you know, whatever you like. I am personally allergic to any type of hot pepper, so I don't use them on anything. And right now I'm using the green peppers and not red peppers, even though they look pretty, because the red pepper's price is outrageous. It's like almost 3 times what the green peppers are. And all it is with red peppers is that they were left in the plant longer to mature more until they turn red. So, you know. Okay, now that that's going good, I'm going to add my carrots. And again, I'm just dry boiling here. And now remember, it might look like a lot in veggies, but this is my main dish in my meal here. It's my veggies. I am going to have some rice tonight with it, but just a little bit. Carrots are great for you. We all know that. I'm sure you remember from when you were a kid. And man, let me tell you, these people on TV that do the cooking shows, I take my hat off to them, because having to keep up a conversation while doing this is not an easy thing. But I am having a lot of fun doing it. I hope it helps people to see how easy it is to prepare a healthy meal in just, you know, a few minutes. Not a big deal. I'm going to let that cook down a little bit. And I'm going to start. Don't pay attention to that. I was making a cake the other day, so I had to use oil. By the way, here's another tip. If you don't want to use vegetable oil when you're making a cake, you can substitute that for no added sugar applesauce. And just by the same amount, if you're supposed to use half a cup of oil, use half a cup of applesauce. You will notice a difference in taste in your cake, and it's so much healthier that way. So I think that's pretty cool. I learned that a very long time ago. Like I said, I've always been a health nut, but the way I learned about that was actually one time I had to make a cake, and I didn't have any oil left. So I love going on the internet and looking up stuff and, you know, putting the question and found the information, and what did I have to do by trying, right? And I did, and the cake was so moist. And I could not tell that it was done with applesauce, and nobody else couldn't. And speaking of that, I am thinking that tonight, for my snack shake, I'm gonna try the apple pie one, because that sounds really yummy. And I already made like a cheesecake one, made strawberry cheesecake, made a chocolate cheesecake with strawberries. Can you tell I like strawberries and cheesecake? So I think tonight I'm gonna go for the apple pie, and that'll be a nice treat because since, like I mentioned before, I'm not really trying to lose weight.